So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session, and be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. Gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this practice will help you to develop your conventional life, and at the same time, out of that conventional development, how you can gain your spiritual success. So this is a process that you have to gain by practicing. So you have to develop it with the understanding. So that's why every day we bring different information and try to open different windows for yourself to understand the depth of this all and get the clear foundation. Because once you have it, then yourself, you can develop the practice. So otherwise, just practicing, especially just practicing meditation, closing your eyes or doing something, dreaming or chanting something, visualizing something, itself may not going to take you to the deeper wisdom. Because out of this all, our purpose is giving or sharing or taking you to understand some kind of wisdom regarding the life. So that is the end result, gain the wisdom. But the wisdom we can't give hand to hand. We can give information. Out of that information, by practicing, you have to gain it. So we have to understand in this conventional life, the very nature of this, all the human life, we all are depending on ignorance. So the ignorance is the very root cause of this all suffering, calamities, fear, anxiety, depression, anger, hatred, jealousy, especially the cravingness. Or the ignorance is the very root of becoming. So that's why gaining the understanding is very necessary. So in that process, we have this body and mind. So when it comes to the body, we have to understand it has a very limited energy. And the material the same. It has very limited energy. So, as example, if you keep jumping from place to place, maybe if you keep practice little by little, then by the time you can jump little bit further. But there is no way for this human being to jump like a mountain to another mountain, like 1 mile, 4 miles away. We can't do it. And maybe you can jump from kind of like a 10 feet, 12 feet, like that higher building. But you can't jump without a parachute or without help. You can't jump from a high-rise building. So this physical body has certain capacity. But we have to understand inside this physical body, this mind has a different energy. So it doesn't have that capacity. It's not going to become limited to this physical or material capacity. So then how you can transform using this physical material, how you can transform this mind to some kind of affliction? Because when it comes to the wisdom, it is the very the very behavior of this material and physical become a part of the wisdom. So then there are 3 things, as we know: actions, reactions, and result. So when it comes to this pattern, if you look very carefully, so every action brings some kind of reactions or the result. So whatever your thoughts happening there, it's some kind of already a reaction, or maybe it is some kind of a result. So in the physical world, action, reaction, result, but in the mental world, this action, reaction, result, all you can find in the same thought. So one should recognize that you are capable to transform your thought to different level. This transformation, another way we call realization. So we have to go step by step. So one is understanding. So through this conventional life, through this material world, through verbalizing the knowledge or the wisdom, we can understand things. But understanding, if you develop some kind of practice with the effort and consistency, then by the time through the practice, what happens, that what you understood start to become realization. So the realization has 2 parts. So first, material world, physical world, transformed through the mind, and then we gain the understanding. And so that understanding has 2 parts. So understand, then we go to the realization. So the realization has 2 parts. So one is recognize the true nature of this all, especially physical, mental, behavior. So when it comes to that, that understanding is beyond you, because you are realize the nature, the very natural process of this all. It is not you. You withdraw the self-centered mind, and then you recognize the cause and effect. And that is one realization. So the other one is the part of realization, the second part, make it real. So the first part of realization, recognize the true nature, and then the third part, second part of it, make it real. So how you make it real? So then what you understood, you transform it to your own actions. So that is a process that all happen through the mind. So this process, understanding basically in the conventional level, we all can do that. So that's why we go to schools and learn, read books, listen to things. But go beyond that, we need some kind of more effort. So this is another way we call kind of like a deep practice. So when it comes to deep practice, it takes you directly to realize the truth. So in meditation, tranquility meditation, so we tranquilize the mind, calm down the mind. We develop the undisturbed mind. But it is not enough. Then by the time we go a little bit further, more deeper, and recognize how things come to be as they are. So that means we see the true nature. And then it brings through you, make it real. So this process, this deep practice is begin with the realization, not by understanding, but understanding is the foundation, but deep practices start with the realization. So when it comes to this deep practice, in day-to-day life, what you can do, so rather than having this ordinary level of mindset, sometimes you have to push your limit a little bit deeper inside. So especially that when it comes to that very behavior of our inside, and seeing the thought process, recognizing it there, then and kind of like cut it short within inside you. So whatever thoughts come to you, rather than allowing it to go more and more and more and more, you cut it short. So your thought process, make it very limited. So that is a kind of like, because when it comes to our own mind, just imagine sometimes we keep thinking, and day and night for 1 week, 2 weeks, many months, sometimes we keep thinking. So then when something arises in your mind, can you cut it short? So that is one thing. And other one is, once you start to cut it short, what happens? You start to withdraw from these senses attachment with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So whatever this as object we hold, you start to withdraw from it. Like how the turtle take the legs, 4 legs and the head to inside the cell. So you are capable to withdraw from the grasping, holding, clinging nature towards around you. So that itself make you kind of like a undisturbed, solid, mindful person. So that is another, the result that you gain through this deep practice. And then it's not the kind of like a place you settle down without having any action. No, the detachment you develop. You have the action, but there is no attachment toward it. You withdraw the attachment. Another thing is, you become centered. We think that all the reaction, the result come towards you. Good or bad, right or wrong, welcome or not welcome. So you become centered. So that itself help you to go deeper into yourself. Because if you look very carefully in day-to-day life, in conventional life, we are more responding to whatever the outcomes, and it make you keep busy. And that busyness take you to more business. So once you understand the world is not your business, then that's the day you recognize this is not you. And that is where you start to mind your own business. So little by little, gaining this deep practice is a skill. So it's a profitable skill. Why? Because you are the one who gained the benefit out of this all. So then develop it little by little. Not the just ordinary practice, you're bringing some kind of strong, little bit deeper practice to yourself. And at the same time, once you have this undisturbed mind, and at the same time, you have the very short period of thought process, and that you are developing this evenness of the mind, that whatever happens there, you are centered with it, and you are welcome whatever around you without resisting what happened. You are capable to open to any situation, and you have the experience, but there is no grasping, holding, clinging nature like the water. So there is a flow, but the water itself doesn't have intention to settle down in place. It's always in the flow. So when the mind, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, have the intention not to settle down with the perception, what you perceive, or the experience, or the feelings, or the emotions, what will happen? So you get into the flow in the moment with the consciousness. So that is where your recognition become more and more and more clear. And then you become like the wind. So just imagine the wind. It doesn't have any intention to settle down in one place. And it has the evenness to everything. It doesn't have any intention to do any favor to any place or anybody. It doesn't matter whatever the environment, it has a way to flow. So then you bring that nature to yourself. So in that way, you are capable to experience this moment of the life that you have has so much power and wisdom on it. The moment of life that you have ability to connect it to the entire universe. So you are kind of like a part of that universe. So that is where you gain some kind of confidence to yourself. Because when you withdraw from the reactive nature, it's not going to make you weaker person. But most of time in day-to-day life, ordinary life, we think like that way. When we want to say something, we'd like to hold it, but somehow it's kind of like there is a deeper current keep pushing us, say it. And when we don't want to do something, we know we don't want to do it, but there is a deeper current keep coming and push us, do it. So like that, we always have this nature inside. But now you have to remember, when you go into deeper practice, you see this. And then once you see that, you change that behavior inside you, is giving you deeper wisdom to recognize this all, that what you experience is your mind. So that doesn't mean this outside thing doesn't exist. No, that all exists. That's all there. That all real for a moment. But still, it has very limited capacity to provide any kind of facilities or the satisfaction or any kind of comfort that we keep looking. So nothing wrong with that, but still you have to remember your mind not to keep there, because your mind is not limited. And when the mind settle down with the unlimited mind, when settle down with the very limited nature, it always going to become unsatisfaction. So that is another way, kind of like this suffering that happen inside us. So if you are capable to untangle this ignorance, then you are capable to bring the light to yourself. And that is where you can experience the life with the very free mind, and without any resistance, without any fear, and with the same time with unconditional love. Because when the mind arises with the wisdom, when the mind have the evenness to all, when the mind doesn't have desire to hold it to anything, and at the same time, when the mind have the ability to be centered, when the mind have the flow like the water, when the mind have the flow like the wind, it has only one quality to give. So that is unconditional love. So the wisdom that happen inside by practicing with your realization or the recognition, and as a result of that, the outcome going to be always love and the compassion. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. So bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Anudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.